Hi, everybody. Once again, I find myself at Belfast City Hall on a Friday afternoon. Um, uh, okay, can I turn this around while I'm filming? No, I don't think so. I think I took a photograph. I'm not sure. Anyway, you on the Pixel 10, which seems to be fantastic for videos. So this speaks. Wow, I've been really going hard this week on Claude Cowork. It's really helping me, although it's got a few challenges because the Mac desktop is really buggy and you need the desktop for co-work. But it's just an amazing tool. So I'm actually switching all the way from Google Gemini into Claude Cowork as my AI platform of choice for the moment. Might go back to Gemini, who knows? But I'm very impressed. I just like the workflow is better for me because you can break it up into projects. So you've got the Alan Jones Creator Diary, you have Top Funding, and you also have um, Whiskey Galore NI. Where that's all concerned, I've had a few really good breakthroughs. Sorry, I can nearly speak. Um, so particularly with Whiskey Galore, with Invest NI, really interested. The NatWest social media team. I'm in a Ulster Bank NatWest Innovation Hub. They're interested in coming over to do meeting or filming um, different distilleries that I'm working with. So it's really good momentum. Um, so I'm really trying now to start. The next step will be just now that I've sort of got my business infrastructure in place. That's website. I've got a presentation done, and also an Alan Jones Creator Diary presentation on Whiskey Galore, like what I want to get out of it, how I see Whiskey Galore and I developing over time. So that's a good sort of supplementary presentation to do. Uh, so let's see what else. Let me see. Of course, I'm really good. As ever, we're on doing this on a shoestring budget, folks, which is good. You know. Um, oh yeah, I'm going to try to go back to the Go Succeed people, because really, what I know in the next 6 months will be required is at least Invest NI trip to Mumbai and Bangalore, probably, possibly Delhi. But also, what I'll also be involved is to spend some time actually in um, the different cities in India to really build up contacts and to do events. So that is really what I'm going to be doing down 6 months down the line. I might ask Claude Cowork to work that out for me. It's really good. It's quite scary in a way, but you really have to keep checking it. Like, oh yeah, the other thing that I've done this week, I've set up Bear app. So yeah, I've got my content creation process with Alan Jones Creator Diary sitting in the center. Alan Jones Creator is maybe the domain I'm going to go for. It's all sitting in the center. So any content that I generate by myself, I'm not using AI at all. Just so to be clear here, I'm not using AI at all to generate any income or not income content. I think that's a no-no because I think from what I can see increasingly, I mean, I watched an Ali Abdal a video yesterday, and he's really and another one by this really nice Canadian guy, middle-aged guy like myself. They're both sort of advocating don't use AI content, video content, because increasingly the platforms are really picking up on this. So, and I'm happy to do that. Um, but what it has done, going back to Claude Cowork, is it has enabled me to really think through, bring the pieces of the jigsaw together, and even in diagram form, because I'm a sort of experiential visual learner as well as a text-based learner. Um, so the one key thing around text is, so whenever I'm reading books, particularly hard books, real books, I'm using the Bear app to capture. So there's a quote or there's a phrase, and then ask why does this matter? It's the sub question in the Bear app, and then I can build up content in Bear app, which can then be brought into a IA writer, and then from that I can bring that into Claude, or I can bring it into, sorry, not bring it into the different platforms, my Alan Jones Creator Diary platform, Talk Funding, and Whiskey Glory and I. The interesting thing about, so Bear is really good. I just tag everything. I've got all these tags created. So I find that that's really good, useful. I'm also with IA Writer. It's a bit difficult because I'm not used to Markdown, but I'm willing to really try it out. But what it does is whenever you put the text in, it immediately tells you what text you have is AI generated and which is your own. So if I do bring in some thoughts from, say, Claude in the IA writer, it'll say this will point out to me this is AI. So I can phrase it in my own style, because I do have a style of writing, I definitely do. Okay, folks, so it's now beginning to rain. So this is my Friday afternoon, becoming my Friday afternoon video newsletter. I'm going to just put it straight up on YouTube again. And this week I'm on camera. I'm hopefully going to get at some point the iPhone 17 Pro Max, which allows me to see my ugly mug, but also the wonderful landscape of Belfast City Centre and City Hall. Okay, there's more tourists have arrived over my shoulder now. It's really good. Okay, I'm excited. Like, in terms of, just to finish off, Whiskey Galore can really generate tourism, so that's another connection that I'm going to reach out for. You know, Indian tourists, whiskey trails, etc., etc. Okay, it's starting to rain, so I'm running. Okay, bye everybody. The next week. Have a great weekend. Bye now.